Get ready, crypto champions. The market is on fire, and we've got the pulse-pounding updates you need to know. Bitcoin is making waves, reclaiming crucial support levels and eyeing new highs. But is it smooth sailing, or are there hidden reefs ahead? We're diving deep into the charts and the data to bring you the unfiltered truth. From massive whale movements that sent shockwaves through the system, causing a sudden and dramatic price drop, we'll break down exactly what happened and what it means for the immediate future. Was this a temporary blip, or a sign of deeper market shifts? And the drama doesn't stop there. We're also tracking a concerning new wave of scams targeting innocent people, impersonating federal agents to demand Bitcoin payments. We'll expose how these fraudsters operate and, crucially, how you can protect yourself and your assets from falling victim. Finally, we're going beyond the price action to explore Bitcoin's growing role as a macro sentiment indicator and a vital tool for strategic diversification in today's complex financial world. You won't want to miss these essential insights. Make sure you're subscribed and the notification bell is on so you never miss an update. Bitcoin breaks key support level. Bitcoin is showing renewed strength, surging past the critical $112,000 support level after a period of volatility. This recovery from recent lows near $109,500 has reignited optimism among traders and analysts, with many now eyeing a potential move towards $117,000. The cryptocurrency successfully reclaimed its 100-day exponential moving average EMA 100 at $110,850, a level widely considered a significant technical floor. Popular trader Bitbull noted on X that this reclamation of the EMA 100 is crucial for bottom formation, suggesting that if Bitcoin holds this level, a rally towards $116,000, $117,000 is highly probable. However, not all traders are convinced, with some, like trader Roman, warning that the $112,000 support is pivotal. He expressed concern that a failure to hold this level could lead to a double-top pattern and a subsequent drop to support at $102,000. Technical indicators currently show a mixed but leaning bullish sentiment. The Relative Strength Index, RSI, is around 54, indicating room for upward movement before reaching overbought territory. Furthermore, Bitcoin is trading above its 20 EMA, $111,200, and 50 EMA, $110,600, reinforcing the bullish bias. On-chain data suggests increasing institutional interest, with historical patterns showing Bitcoin often rebounding from key trend lines, a pattern that has historically preceded significant upward movements. Recent analysis from @TEDPillows highlighted Bitcoin testing this critical support trendline, drawing significant market attention. Analysts point to a combination of renewed institutional accumulation and potential crypto-friendly regulatory developments as catalysts for another upward push. However, macroeconomic factors, such as potential interest rate changes from central banks, could introduce near-term volatility. For bulls, maintaining the $112,000 support is the immediate hurdle. A sustained break above this could pave the way for $117,000 and potentially $120,000. Conversely, a breach below $112,000 could lead to a correction towards $102,000 or even lower. Prominent analyst Rect Capital noted that Bitcoin's current pullback mirrors past bull market corrections, suggesting this phase might be shorter and shallower than previous cycles. The upcoming Bitcoin halving event in 2025 is also a factor expected to fuel bullish sentiment. Additionally, speculative rumors of leaked SEC drafts supporting crypto-friendly rules could potentially shake out weaker hands, clearing the path for new all-time highs. Market participants remain divided, with some anticipating a continuation of the bull cycle and others urging caution due to the critical support levels. Beyond technicals, Bitcoin continues to be viewed as an inflation hedge, with increasing institutional adoption bolstering its position as a digital asset resilient to traditional market pressures. Bitcoin advisor David Bailey suggested that another Bitcoin bear market is unlikely for several years, citing growing institutionalization and its role in investment portfolios. Bitcoin is currently trading around $112,213, having recovered significantly from intraday lows. The immediate future hinges on its ability to hold the $112,000 support level. A successful defense could propel it towards $117,000 and beyond, while a failure could see prices testing lower support levels. But is this recovery sustainable, or is the market bracing for another shockwave? Stay tuned as we break down the dramatic whale dump that sent Bitcoin plummeting just hours ago. Whale dump triggers Bitcoin flash crash. A massive whale transaction sent shockwaves through the crypto market, causing Bitcoin to plummet by over $5,000 in just 10 minutes and shattering bullish hopes. A single entity offloaded a staggering 24,000 BTC, valued at over $300 million, into the market during a period of low liquidity. This aggressive sell-off pushed Bitcoin's price below the crucial $111,000 mark, reversing the positive momentum gained from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's recent dovish speech at Jackson Hole, which had previously fueled a rally to $116,900. While the price saw a slight recovery to trade near $112,800, the event highlighted the market's vulnerability to large volume trades in illiquid conditions. Blockchain analytics firm TimeChain Index (COM) identified the entity, which has been active in moving significant amounts of Bitcoin, with some funds traced back to the HTX exchange 6 years ago. The whale's total holdings across associated addresses reportedly exceed 152,000 BTC. Derivatives markets are reflecting a bearish bias, with data from Deribit showing that put options, used for hedging against price drops, are more expensive than call options across several expiries, indicating a prevailing risk aversion. The 24-hour put-call volume ratio also heavily favors puts, reinforcing this bearish sentiment, which contrasts with the broader market's initial positive reaction to Powell's remarks. Bitcoin's open interest, OI, on major derivatives platforms has seen a decline, now standing at $30.3 billion, down from its recent all-time high of $32.6 billion. This decrease suggests traders are unwinding leveraged positions as the price experiences downward pressure. Despite this short-term volatility, the 3-month annualized basis remains profitable at 8%-9%, indicating that basis traders are still capitalizing on the price divergence between spot and futures markets. From a technical standpoint, the 200-day moving average has recently crossed above $100,000 and has served as a significant support level since late April, underscoring the strength of the long-term bullish trend. Analysts are closely monitoring the $111,000 level, which has previously acted as support and could be a critical point for a potential bounce or breakdown in the coming days. The market is also anticipating the month-end options expiry, with $14.6 billion in BTC options set to expire this Friday. The max pain level is currently estimated at $116,000, the price point where the maximum number of options would expire worthless. This scenario might incentivize options sellers to attempt to influence the price towards this level to minimize their financial exposure. The interplay between technical indicators and the sentiment reflected in derivatives positioning creates a delicate balance, with traders keenly observing liquidity conditions and key price levels to navigate the market. While market swings and whale activity capture headlines, a more insidious threat is targeting everyday users. We're now turning our attention to a sophisticated scam operation impersonating federal agents to extort Bitcoin payments. Federal agent impersonation scam targets residents. Authorities in Southeast Texas are issuing a stern warning about a new and alarming Bitcoin scam that preys on fear and official impersonation. The Jefferson County Sheriff's Office has alerted residents to a con artist posing as U.S. Customs agents, demanding Bitcoin payments to avoid arrest. In a recent case, a victim was contacted by a scammer who falsely claimed an arrest warrant was issued in their name, linked to drug and cash seizures. The scammer, who possessed personal details about the victim, including their address and phone number, used high-pressure tactics to keep the victim on the line and convinced them that depositing cash into Bitcoin machines was the only way to resolve the alleged warrant. The release from the sheriff's office emphasized the professional nature of these scammers, noting that they often add a layer of perceived legitimacy by encouraging victims to search their names online. Once the funds are deposited into Bitcoin kiosks, they are immediately transferred to separate digital wallets, making recovery exceptionally difficult, if not impossible. Scammers frequently direct victims to multiple kiosks, pressuring them to continue transactions until they either recognize the fraud or exhaust their available funds. The sheriff's office stressed a critical point. Legitimate law enforcement agencies will never demand payment over the phone or require transactions via Bitcoin, gift cards, or similar methods. Any demand for immediate payment, especially when coupled with threats, is a significant red flag. Officials also warned that scammers might employ intimidation tactics, such as claiming victims' phones are being tracked or monitoring their movements, to prevent them from ending the call or seeking help. Caller ID spoofing is another common tactic, making the fraudulent calls appear to originate from local numbers, sometimes even mimicking the numbers of actual law enforcement agencies. The sheriff's office urged residents not to feel ashamed if they become victims, acknowledging that scammers are highly skilled manipulators and these schemes are widespread. Victims are strongly encouraged to report any such incidents to their local law enforcement agencies. To bolster personal security, authorities advise strengthening online practices, including using unique passwords for different accounts, enabling multi-factor authentication wherever possible, keeping all software updated, being extremely cautious of phishing attempts, and limiting the amount of personal information shared on public platforms. Further resources on cryptocurrency scams are available through the Federal Trade Commission's website. While these scams exploit fear and deception, the role of Bitcoin in the broader financial landscape is also undergoing a significant transformation. We're now shifting focus to how Bitcoin is evolving into a key indicator of global economic sentiment and a vital tool for strategic diversification. Bitcoin's evolving role, macro indicator and diversification star. Bitcoin is rapidly transcending its identity as merely a digital currency. It's increasingly being recognized as a powerful macroeconomic indicator and a strategic asset for portfolio diversification. In today's interconnected global financial system, Bitcoin's price movements are becoming a sensitive barometer for investor sentiment and risk appetite, often reacting to geopolitical events, inflation data, and central bank policies with remarkable speed. As a truly global, 24/7 market, Bitcoin can provide real-time insights into market psychology that traditional assets might lag behind in reflecting. This is particularly relevant in an era marked by persistent inflation concerns and evolving monetary policies. Many investors are now turning to Bitcoin not just for potential high returns, but as a hedge against currency devaluation and a way to diversify their holdings beyond traditional stocks and bonds. Its uncorrelated or low correlation with traditional asset classes makes it an attractive component for building more resilient portfolios. Analysts highlight that Bitcoin's unique properties, decentralization, fixed supply, and global accessibility, position it as a distinct asset class that can offer diversification benefits not found elsewhere. The increasing institutional adoption, with major corporations and investment firms allocating capital to Bitcoin, further solidifies its role. This institutional embrace signals a maturing market and lends credibility to Bitcoin's utility as a store of value and a medium of exchange in the long term. Furthermore, Bitcoin's performance is often scrutinized in conjunction with major economic releases, such as employment figures, interest rate decisions, and inflation reports. A strong Bitcoin performance following positive economic news might indicate a risk-on environment, while a sharp decline could signal a risk-off sentiment taking hold. This makes it an essential data point for understanding broader market trends. The narrative around Bitcoin as digital gold continues to gain traction, especially during times of economic uncertainty, positioning it as a potential safe haven asset, albeit a volatile one. Its ability to maintain value and even appreciate during periods when fiat currencies are weakening enhances its appeal as a strategic diversification tool. As investors navigate an increasingly complex financial landscape, understanding Bitcoin's dual role as both a technological innovation and a sophisticated financial instrument is crucial for making informed investment decisions and building robust, diversified portfolios capable of withstanding various economic conditions. From navigating price volatility and whale movements to understanding its fundamental role in the global economy, Bitcoin continues to dominate the financial narrative. Don't go anywhere, because we've got a rapid-fire recap of all the top stories and your chance to stay connected with us across all platforms. And that's a wrap on today's essential updates. Bitcoin reclaimed key support, a massive whale dump caused a temporary crash, we exposed a serious federal agent impersonation scam, and explored Bitcoin's vital role as a macro indicator and diversification tool. Keep staying informed, keep staying safe, and keep that portfolio strong. If you found this information valuable, smash that like button, subscribe to Bitcoin Bulletin for more deep dives, and ring that notification bell so you never miss a beat. Connect with us on all our social media channels for real-time updates and join the conversation. We'll see you in the next one.